S. James. Oh, that was your throw?
Yeah.
That were 2 words.
It's all you know, yeah.
A word, that's not even a word. And then my name. Brilliant stuff, as usual. Anyway, this is Cobblestone. It's going to be the first map between the 2 teams, indeed, as already discussed. And we already saw Faze playing some Cobble earlier, and they did look pretty nifty on there. But Fnatic are a team that are pretty well-rounded on Cobblestone. And actually, Olafmeister, when he was coming up to that form, which then became his world-renowned form, which was the scariest form, I think, of last year. It was because on maps like Cobblestone, he was just able to open up maps with his entry fragging towards the B Plateau just immediately. But enough about that, we'll come to it later. We have the pistol round beginning here, and B Plateau is going to be the focal point here for the attack.
Indeed, and Fnatic needs to move fast because Rain's already trying to flank here from the A side, but he's not going to get it fast enough, surely. We've got a man down for both sides. Tiachima in a sneaky position, but he's going to get detected now. Man advantage for the Fnatic side as they look to get the bomb down. Loads of time on the clock, though. And indeed, we have Rain coming in towards the drop zone now, but JW is going to get taken down by Fox. So 2 versus 2, and Rain will need to speed up and join his teammate now as they come in for this push, trying to get themselves a 2 versus 1 situation. Crim's getting tagged on the statue. He'll try and rotate to try and let his teammate help him, but he won't need any help. Flashido coming in for the final frag. Fnatic with a very nice start there on the T side.
Yeah, that's going to be great too, because we'll get to see again that playbook of Fnatic coming in straight away, where they get to do what they want, and because the money allows for that. And that's really fun, because they get that spot where they can manipulate their opponents, try to attack their weaknesses, but more importantly, buy Sawn-offs on JW, because that is something that's very quintessential of Fnatic Cobblestone. It's Olafmeister opening up the B Plateau, and it's JW rushing down with the Sawn-off, which is very legitimate as far as a play is concerned, and can be a very high-value play into the drop zone. But first, they've got to deal with the force buy of Faze.
It's the signature Sawn-off.
It is.
1 HE onto the CT side. Let's see when and where it will get deployed. Starting to fly in, and there's not going to be a massive amount of damage done here by the CT side so far. However, 4 CZs, surely there will be some damage done by the CT side. But to what end, we will find out shortly. JW coming in with that Sawn-off, and that's why it's so good. Once he's in the drop, the harassment is real. Only going to get the 1 frag though. Crimson Flusher coming in for more, but it's a 3 versus 2. Still more work to be done here by the CT side, but they don't have the range. Maybe they can collect a weapon in the drop. Indeed, the Sawn-off has been picked up. In America, it's a sword-off, but in Europe, it's definitely the Sawn-off. Down goes Crims, so 2 versus 2. Bomb getting planted while Flusher holds an angle.
Yeah, he actually had great placement on that smoke grenade, because you'll actually notice the way they threw the smoke allows for him to see on either side of the choke point. If he just throws it in the choke point, it's a little bit more obscured, and they can actually run through undercover, and he won't be able to keep track of where they're going. So small details there, and looks like we will have a bit of a pause here going into the next round. But again, one thing that's interesting to note is that when Olafmeister had to take a break due to his injury, and they were trying to work in initially Pleasant and then Wenton, and Wenton did do quite well. One thing they did have to do actually was change their style a little bit. So, you know, again, Olafmeister, I think he was already mentioned that one of the things that he's so good at doing, or one of the things that we knew him for doing very well, was that aggressive playstyle and having the ability to smartly, very intelligently open maps up. And that's what he could do on this map. He could just play solo on the B Plateau, do a lot of damage, force out a lot of grenades, keep himself alive, maybe sometimes get frags, but the key thing is that he would always be there in every round. You would never know if the entire team is behind him or not. And that in of itself was a very scary dynamic that Fnatic had with him. And so I hope that he goes back to those roots.
So this is a short technical timeout here for the Fnatic side. I really hope somebody fixes the C on the helicopter headset that Olafmeister is wearing, because it tilts me every time I see it. It's like hanging off like something in a cartoon. But anyway, it's Fnatic off to a great start here. We've got Faze with not much money in the bank, as is expected in such a round, so they should be going for a eco in this coming round. For those of you just joining us on the broadcast, the first map is Cobblestone. The second map is going to be Mirage between these 2 sides. So more Cobblers, more Mirage. Well, actually 1 nice open map at least being Mirage, but for now it'll be Cobblestone. Again, this is the older version of Cobblestone, because the new version was released while all these players, well, some of these teams, sorry, were at the major qualifier last week. So since they've had no chance to practice on the new Cobblestone, the old Cobblestone will remain. We'll see how that continues going forward into the other weeks. But for now, that is the situation. We can see...
I like how the average damage is, obviously, it's only played 2 rounds so far, so obviously it looks a bit crazy.
It's off the charts, Dan.
It is off the charts indeed.
it is off the charts.
Yeah, Flusher is an amazing player, though.
He is. Do enjoy watching some Flusher.
I mean, there are some spots where, you know, Flusher has been the best player in the world. I mean, that's the crazy thing about Fnatic's lineup is that every player has had spots where they individually have been elevated to this position of contention for that kind of a reputation. And that's one of the reasons why they're able to do so well and be so dominant. But the other thing that's really interesting is that Fnatic were able to do something that I don't think any other team really has done, is to have these 5 players that are very individually very strong, but they compared to some other teams like your Luminosities or your Na'Vis, they don't focus as much on a super strategic or sometimes maybe tactical play style. They play a bit looser. And usually what your expectation is for a team like that is inconsistency. But Fnatic were the team with the most consistency and the most dominance. So they managed to defy some of the conventions that you would expect. And that's one of the reasons why they were so special before, of course, the injury and them falling off a little bit due to having to adjust to that.
Alrighty, the unpause has come in and things will continue here. And JW should be in a good spot to have more fun with his Sawn-Off, as FaZe will be lacking Kevlar and such. We see that Fox has enough money to buy an AWP in the next round. But for this one, we'll see what FaZe can do. I mean, let's not forget, they won a B-Rush from Dignitas, who were on a full buy, with USPs.
Let's not think about that. Let's never bring that up ever again. Anyway, yeah, actually that's a good point, to be honest, with FaZe as well, because FaZe are very, very scary pistols, because again, you have a bunch of players that are insane individually. JKEM's CZ shenanigans perhaps can rival even Flusher, who has perhaps, an insane reputation with the CZ as well. So it's something to look forward to, but looks like Dennis is going to defend pretty well here against these pistols, and Fnatic are going to be looking pretty solid on this anti-eco. And we can get into the real Counter-Strike, James.
So Dennis just about surviving against 3 players. The Galil spray, a little bit different to the AK. Definitely one you need to practice. That guy's had far too much sugar in his breakfast. So 3-round start here for Fnatic in the second last game of the evening. Let's see what FaZe have to offer on their buy. It will of course be Fox on the big green gun. Olofmeister will be rocking the same on his side. And that's one of the great things about Fnatic, is that JW, Dennis, Olofmeister, all 3 very prolific AWPers. Flusher and Crims can AWP as well.
Yeah,
you have seen him do it in the past. Yeah, I mean, even Crims, you'd be surprised, but he can actually AWP. Obviously, he's a quieter player technically on the side, since he's normally, the B player, etc. But so in that sense, he may fly under the radar somewhat, but all these players are beasts.
Absolutely, and that's why we love to watch them. Now we have Flusher, the one who is actually poking his way up B plateau this round. Olofmeister is AWPing towards the A side of the map. And JW, he has a lot of money in the bank, but he's going to keep buying the Sawn-Offs. And it's a very high-value play insofar as if he gets the kill against the buy round, this gun is going to be very, very good against rifles in this position. And if he kills somebody with a rifle, he can then swap for the rifle and then play out of that position into mid and long ranges with that rifle. So it becomes this very, very high-value sort of situation a lot of the time. But teams are very, very much are aware of how they play, though.
I don't think AZ meant to smoke like that. I think he meant to bounce the smoke into the arch, because that gives Flusher free passage to just move closer to the plateau. But what can they do with it? I mean, Fnatic are in a great position to go for a split here towards the A site. JW making a bit of noise here. They know that he's in the drop zone, but again, they don't want to engage him when he's got a Sawn-Off shotgun. AZ going down as well. So, and let's just bear in mind, that's 2 kills for Flusher. He's got a UMP here. He's doing great things for his team so far. Rain's taken him down, but that is a massive massive damage onto Rain, even though he gets the frag. And now the rest of the Fnatic side will stream in, knowing that Rain is heavily maimed here. So there are problems for the CT side to come, and indeed he will go down. 3 versus 2 now.
Yeah, there is a flank coming to the 2 remaining CTs of FaZe. In goes Dennis, slowly but surely. He will get some kills here, I think. Fox has got his back turned, as has JKEM. They've got so much on their mind in front of them, trying to defuse that bomb, and there it is, just easy kills there, and Dennis picks up an AWP, so big win there for Fnatic, and pretty interesting round all in all. It came down to a lot of the shots, actually, due to the fact that with 40 seconds left, 10 players were still alive, and there were no grenades left. There was no smokes. I think there was maybe 4 or 5 grenades left, and none of which were smokes. So that made it very interesting. And Fnatic, they will win that situation, force FaZe back to an eco. And, well, Fnatic showing they can go toe-to-toe with FaZe's individual ability, which is a scary thing for FaZe.
I don't like the idea of 2 AWPs on the T side of Cobblestone, really. And I think the timing has to be considered as well against an eco. If things start to go difficult. Let's say they lose 1 or 2 players that aren't the AWPs, then I think things could get very awkward for Fnatic, but perhaps they're one of the better teams at dealing with such situations and not getting into them in the first place. We will have to see. Again, we've got Flusher harassing over towards the bomb site, but here we go. Flusher gets taken down by AZ now, pushing through the smoke there. Nice timely push by him. And there's no answer from Fnatic now. 2 rifles and 2 AWPs. Will things start to get awkward yet?
Yeah, that's the thing. With a lot of teams, you would say, okay, this is definitely going to be a bad way to play your T side, theoretically speaking. But Fnatic are the team where you're thinking, okay, maybe they will actually show us how it could work. And well, so far we have the situation playing out like you said, but Crims is going to lead the way here with that AK-47 and upgrade his pistol along the way as he creates space for his AWPers to get into position to attack A. And this is definitely going to be the easier site to use those AWPs. And there is a smoke grenade for the choke point. So this is actually going quite well here for Fnatic so far. And we have a couple kills going either way. The trades are real, but it's going to be much better for Fnatic. Although Kiyoshima coming in with a sneaky shot there, able to equalize things just for a moment until Olofmeister comes in to finish him off. So Fnatic will be left with just 1 AWP, and it seems like they will probably stick with that, and that is the case.
Yeah, I don't think it's the right match for 2 AWPs on a T side.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I definitely agree with you.
So 5-0 now. Faze yet to make a significant mark on things here. And including Fnatic's economy, you can see they've got a fair amount of money in the bank. So even if Faze get around, the pressure is going to be continuing from the Swedish side. So let's see what the play is here. Faze looking to be aggressive towards A, actually. They've got 3 people over there, which is unusual and does smell of aggression. But will that smell leave a bad taste in their mouth? Olofmeister repositioning. So you do wonder if Fox is brave enough. It's pretty standard to have T's holding angles outside the A site, so and Fox will of course be aware of that, so he is unlikely to go past this position, at least for the time being. Maybe with more action over towards B, he'd be more interested in the other side of A, the Chateau. But for now, he'll bide his time. He's got support from Jacob as well, as per usual. And now we've got Rain going down towards the B-bomb player. I wonder what the change will be here from Faze. Jacob goes down as well, which means no support for Fox.
Yeah, losing players on both sides of the map makes things quite confusing for Faze, as there's still a minute for repositioning for Fnatic or rotation, and well, there might not even be rotation, because if heads are getting blown off sooner rather than later, Faze will have no members left in this round. And Kiyoshima going for the risk. It's a big play, and he had to make one. He gets 2 frags out of it, and leaves AZ in a 1 versus 3 against players that are quite weakened, actually. So AZ might be able to get something done here. The problem is that, very sensibly, Fnatic have explored both opportunities in the frags that they created, in the space they created with those frags, and then understood that, okay, A is the site to take, we can get on there safely, let's use all the time in the world to make AZ doubt what's going on, but also to safely get the bomb down, and that is exactly what they'll do. Fnatic get the bomb plant, and AZ is going to get himself an AWP, and that is very indicative that he's just going to go straight for the save with this AWP, and that definitely is a smart play, but as we can see, their money is not going to allow them to actually buy properly next round. Yeah,
this is less than ideal.
Actually, I'm wrong, because they have the max loss bonus now, so they can actually get a buy out next round. It's not going to be pretty, but it is going to be a buy. So very important save here from AZ.
Yeah, Kiyoshima and AZ will be good to buy up as well. So we'll see what kind of offer, well, what kind of buy they can offer Fnatic in the next round. Fnatic 6-0 so far on their T side. That is monstrous. And again, it's always, basically, when you lose the pistol on the CT side of Cobblestone in the first half, you're immediately in hell. And it's very hard to get back out of there.
That's the poor man's forest.
That is
the poor man's forest.
I don't know what that is.
The eyebrows.
I'm going to have nightmares with that face in them. I'm going to need a therapist. Turn up. I hope there's one in the building, because, yeah. Well, Faze going for the Mag 7. That's quite a reasonable buy. Rain can play with the Mag 7 close to the crack in the wall there. He can play the drop as well. It's nice harass. Loads of problems can be caused with their Mag 7, but it can be friend or foe. We've seen it fail for other people as well. Jacob on the UMP, best SMG against armor, as far as armor penetration goes. So we've got a fast play into the B bomb site. That's not going to play into the favor of the CT so far. AZ getting taken down straight away. And we've got lots of players out of position over towards the A site here. The rotation's going to be slow, and they're going to be choked off with smokes.
Yeah, this is a pretty awkward situation. And again, considering their money, there is a legitimate argument just to save again. So, and that's the situation when you just are locked out of a site immediately. All the terrorists can get post-plant positions straight away. if there is delay, if there's a couple players on the site, maybe they end up dying, but maybe they delayed so that the Ts couldn't get into optimal post-plant positions, then maybe you can say, all right, we can try to go for this. We can try to stick around and get a frag. But that just simply was not the case. Fnatic got an instant setup, and FaZe realized and respected their ability to just win the round from that point. So they're just hiding, trying to stay alive with 3 weapons. If they can do that, it's going to be pretty nice. Again, they've lost so many rounds in a row here. They've got a max loss bonus, and it seems like most people are going to die. Will Fox stay alive? Looks like Fox is going to carry the Orp into the next round, but there you go. Plus $3,400 for everyone on the CT side. And, well, the buy can come in, but it will be terrible. But they did save the Orp, so maybe they want to do it. And they do need to just win rounds at this point.
Indeed. So far, so good for Fnatic today. Looking good in Game 3 at the moment. But again, we're only halfway through the first half, which means that FaZe can still mount quite a comeback. But it looks unlikely in this particular round. Deagle's being purchased around the Orp, saved by Fox. Now, what is the play from Fox? He can't really afford to be passive in this particular round. Having a look towards the underpass, sees Flames coming in, and he will indeed back off. He's got no choice, as he would be isolated if he moved forward. Jacob going to take down JW actually in a trade over towards the drop area and pick up the AK, take down Flusher as well. Now you've got Kishima harassing with a Deagle over towards the site, looking for the headshots onto Crims. So Fnatic with some problems going forward.
And Olaf gets tagged there down to 19. This is getting pretty awkward at the moment here for Fnatic. Oh, dear. Jacob able to get a nice frag through the smoke there onto Olaf Meister, and Dennis, he gets something done towards the bomb side as well, but there's still a lot of players left alive here. In fact, everybody is there for FaZe, waiting for Fnatic to try to cross towards a bomb plant position. Dennis picking up one with the Tech 9 and swapping out for an AK. More dynamic, and he will be rewarded with a frag. Just Jacob left now, but he's very capable of this clutch. He knows when he peeks, there's going to be someone there. There's a second player. Crims is in position, gets the trade, and that's the 8th round in a row for Fnatic. They are yet to drop a single round and give anything away to FaZe.
We're seeing lots of dominating scorelines here. Are we going to see another one in map 3? Looks good for the time being, but again, there are still rounds for FaZe to claw back. And let's not forget, FaZe had just the Orp save in the previous round. Now they've got the full buy coming in, so maybe they can offer something more to Fnatic. Both teams will have full utility and one Orp. So let's see how their approaches will be. Are we going to see some aggression here from the FaZe side, trying to take control of some T areas? Or will they play passive once again? Similar setup over towards A. Fox holding an angle towards upper. Jacob changed his approach. He was in danger previously. Now he's on the other side, Rain with a passive angle towards the underpass. So it seems it will be down to Fnatic to lead the charge here once these initial smokes disappear and set the pace of the round. Kishima and AZ towards the plateau area, 1 high, 1 low. And they wait.
They wait indeed, and just, you know, a slower round, slowing things down. I mean, they've had some quicker paces to things, and to some extent, you know, you can see the new approach or a different approach from Fnatic as to the Fnatic of old, you know, with Olaf Meister coming back in. And I do like that, actually, instead of trying to just shoehorn him back into, you know, his old roles. Just, you know, the team has adapted a little bit since then, so keeping everyone comfortable. And Olaf Meister was AWPing towards A there, but you can see that AZ is able to get the kill onto Flusher, and that's going to start applying some pressure now towards Fnatic. They have to get something done soon because they are running out of time. They haven't got a lot of space towards the bomb site. They have A long, but they don't have B plateau. And the bomb is towards B plateau at the moment as well, so they need to converge, and there's 30 seconds left now. It's starting to get a little bit worrying on the time.
Yeah, but they're almost pulling the rotation from FaZe away from the B bomb site. FaZe getting a little bit itchy feet here. Fox taking down Crims over towards A. Will that pull more players as Olaf Meister and JW are slowly creeping into B? Only AZ there to hold things down. He's going to get taken out though. So it's a 3 versus 2 now. And Fnatic, they have a smoke on JW to try and smoke off the door. That's an important choke point, but there's no time to do it. JW deploying his smoke elsewhere, and Olaf Meister putting in work on the site. So where is JW? That's what's happening in the meantime. They know where Olaf Meister is. He's looking for the next frag. It's an important one for both sides in this 2 versus 2. JW getting taken out now. Olaf Meister needs to find the 1 versus 1. Going to the Tech 9, and those are 2 disgusting headshots to keep a clean sheet for Fnatic.
Some flashbacks there of the old Tech 9 of Olaf Meister. I just remember, James, that yeah, he was pretty disgusting with that gun back in the days when everyone was using that CZ. But yeah, that is a nice way to deny FaZe. Beautiful stuff there from Olaf Meister, and Fnatic keep their streak. 9 rounds unanswered starting to look rather indomitable. And every single player on Fnatic is showing rounds where maybe Faze will put them to a close or a clutch situation, but even if there is different players on Fnatic, they just deliver it.
That's not nice, Dan. That is disgusting.
It absolutely is.
And it's taken all the guns away from Faze once again, who've gone for the force buy. They've got the M4 onto Kirishima, but they don't have much else, including personnel. AZ and Fox getting taken down already. No response from Faze so far as Fnatic look to head to double figures.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great situation when Olofmeister is able to get into his groove, and I hope to see more of that. Now we've got some damage possibilities here. Kirishima opening up a frag towards the B plateau, but the bomb is moving towards the other side of the map, so that's not going to help them too much in preventing Fnatic from taking a bomb site. And although that is going to start to help, Flusher getting one straight in the face there, courtesy of Rain and his Deagle. In goes Fnatic though with the superior weapons, although not the superior numbers. And AK is picked up on Rain now. So Faze might be able to do something here, although Rain and Jacob are quite far away. But because they have the max bonus and they have quite a lot of money, they're just going to go for this. They need the rounds. So we'll see Fnatic with some good post-plant positions. 2 on the site. Jacob looks for the first player. Now, very tough here for Jacob to get the frag. Crimson's being so annoying, and there it is. He gets the kill as well. It's down to Rain in 1 versus 3. Picks up the first frag, has to get through the window. Very tough to get through there, but somehow he manages to do it. No one was looking, and now Rain might have an opportunity. He's got no kit. He's going to be fast here, but Crims is going to take him down. And that's going to be another round on the board for Fnatic. When will it end?
The domination continues from Fnatic. Back to full strength, perhaps. Time will tell. Faze can still claw back a chance. They have another buy coming in, again, that maximum loss bonus. They've had it for ages, but they're yet to do anything with it. Orb coming back out onto Fox, the rest of the team onto M4s. We see nades, helmets, defuse kits, the whole shebang, and we see JW going back down to a Sornov. So we'll see what is going to happen in this round. And again, the Sornov is a perfectly legit weapon once you get into the drop zone. It is pretty meaty. It's almost like an orc with spread. So we'll see what happens. We've got Flusher harassing again over towards the plateau. This is like the beginnings of Cobblestone, where you just saw non-stop harassment over there, and he's shot Kirishima down to 7 HP.
Yeah, and that was kind of the role I was talking about that Olofmeister used to perform on Fnatic's side, but you can see Flusher was going for it. Very, very bold, actually. I'm surprised that he didn't actually go down, but what is this? The positioning of Dennis, able to take Fox completely off guard, and that is definitely a communication snafu right there. Oh no, the Sornos comes into play, and JW gets 2 frags there before he gets traded finally by AZ, and AZ's now the only man left. Faze, this round, it's not going to even be close. Fnatic storming through that A-bomb site, picking up an easy one. And oh my god, Crims smashing AZ with that AK, and that's 11-0 now, and the money is out of control. A lot of things are out of control here on the Fnatic side.
Indeed, and JW showing why the Sornov is so good at close quarters and probably underrated as a weapon in this game. Right weapon for the job as far as JW is concerned. 11-0 now. Are we going to see a 16-0, Dan? Are we going to see the parfait, the 7 golden letters, Dan, the perfect?
Well, it's been a while, actually, I think, since I saw that, so it would be pretty cool to see it again, but time will tell. We have a faster play. Fnatic switching up the pace right now against the Pistols. They realize that, again, that Faze need to save one a little bit. They're looking at a half buy, and so Fnatic are going to be trying to react by having a round that's good against that. So they get into B plateau. And as soon as they can spill out onto the bomb site, it's very favorable indeed. And you can see that Molotov's very strong against the very likely positions of the pistoling players. There aren't any there, but still they are weeding out these various players of Faze, and there's only 2 left now.
The pests, Dan, the vermin. Just
well,
say it.
The vermin. I said it.
The vermin. Well,
what's next?
I don't know. The parasites? Parasites is legit as well. 2 plays left here for Faze, and not much to be done but die. Fox, is there something he can salvage into the next round? He doesn't have a kit here, so I don't think we'll see the heroic shenanigans that we saw from Crims previously, although indeed he doesn't seem committed. Maybe with a kit he'd go for it, but he's going to bide his time. So 0-12 here, 12 rounds of failure for Faze. What will round 13 bring? Oh!
I didn't even see that coming.
Oh, it's bad cheeky.
That spray though.
Fox could have run back to pick up the AWP as well. He completely forgot.
Oh,
all the knife attempts there just tilted him to run away from his favorite gun.
So Fnatic, isn't it?
He's going to have the money to buy one, but why buy one when you can pick one off the floor? And indeed, it is. I think that tells you everything you need to know about Fnatic today versus any opponent. There is no respect to be had, Dan. You must earn respect, but first you've got to earn some rounds. 12-0, Dan.
Absolutely looking terrible right now for Faze. They need to bring something to the table, and they've got Fox on the AWP. They have all the utility, and it is definitely a big question as to why they're not able to show up a little bit more so far. I mean, with all the skill that they have, but okay, Dennis gets a kill straight away to the other side of the map. A has been opened up right now. It's forcing a bit of a response, but they don't know where the bomb is yet. Faze have no idea where the bomb is. It doesn't even matter if Dennis is just entry fragging like this. What a beast! 3 kills there for Dennis, and almost the entire lineup of Faze is being just torn apart. That is a complete no-show, James. They had a full buy, and Fnatic tore through them like they had no Kevlar and just pistols.
5 kills, 5 kills, 6 kills, 7 kills, 8 kills. That is the scoreboard here for Faze. A team of mercenaries. You know, this is a team who jump out the back of the van and gets work done in Counter-Strike. Not today, or not right now at least. This is a savage performance so far for Fnatic, but it's never over until it's over. That is a long string of victories here for the Swedish side. How long will it continue? And let's not forget, if this continues, if this goes 16-0, there's another map to play between these two teams.
There absolutely is going to be another map, and it's going to be hopefully a little bit less one-sided than this one. I mean, FaZe definitely have the potential, but once again, they're being just cut asunder here on the bomb side. There's not much that they seem to be able to do to defend. There's 2 players still, though, around, but we have Fnatic almost setting up at the perimeter, looking to strike all at once from multiple angles. We've got JW looking in here now. He's upgraded from away from the sawn-off. Just enough time to shoot 1 shot, and he picks up a kill. So 14 rounds to 0. Are they going to get 16?
Appears to be dead. Well,
2 rounds away, James. They can make it happen.
2 rounds away. Are we going to see 7 golden letters? Would this be the first perfect in E-League? I'm not sure. Maybe production can tell us. But, well, there are 2 more rounds. Well, 1 more round to come in the first half, and then there will be a delay. Faze Clan may have to sit for 1 or 2 minutes, Dan, with 0 rounds on the board. That is a different kind of hell. 2 Mag 7s coming out. The CZ on terrain. Not much to be done here. JW flying like he's been launched from a cannon.
All right, well, so Fnatic are trying to beat the Renegades Luminosity result, which was 16-1, we're told. So can they do it? They need the clean sheet. They need the 16-0 to be the first. And Rain will actually flash his way back into drop zone here to try to make life a little bit more difficult. But JW or Sawn Off is basically the same thing for him at any range. Although this time it's not going to work out. So 3 versus 3 actually in Fnatic. Are looking a little bit strained at the moment, and more frags coming in. So to keep that clean sheet, Dennis has to 1 versus 3 now. I mean, there are weapons everywhere to be picked up for FaZe if they should like to pick them up. But they are probably a little bit worried that they don't want to get out of position too heavily in case they get caught off by Dennis, and they don't know where he is right now. So here he goes, looking for that first engagement. And there it is. Gets spotted now. The element of surprise is no longer with Dennis. He has to get the frags against potentially multiple players at once. And there's an easy one. Oh, what is going on? They're facing 1 at a time. Dennis gets both frags. He's got the bomb on his back. He's going to be rushing towards the A site. And Jacob now is the last man standing. And we've seen Jacob do all kinds of madness here. But Dennis has been on an absolute tear so far. And he will get the bomb down.
No pressure, Jacob. Just need to save the blushes of your team. That's all we're asking to do here. So he's going to have no idea where Dennis is, and Dennis may get sound cues, actually, from Jacob's position. Bit of spray coming in, Jacob just going for it now. So Dennis has a shadow advantage as well. Jacob now putting himself in a great position, but no! It is going to be the 15-0 here. Dennis will deny them anything in this half whatsoever. Look at the second frag. Bish, bash, wash, Dan. Bingo, bango, bongo.
That is so insane, isn't it? I can't believe that Fnatic are just completely ripping them apart, especially after the first series of the day. Definitely did not expect this to be so dominant. But again, that is the word, the one single word that you would use to describe Fnatic. It is 15-0. Can Fnatic get the 16-0, or can FaZe reclaim some dignity? We are going to find out after the break.
That is the worst thing I've ever seen.
James was telling me about the weird juice he had last night, brought on by some strange mushrooms. They don't even know what's going to happen tonight, James. It's going to be bad.
Oh my God.
Just don't tell us the stories because it was already pretty scary. Anyway, we've had some great performances here out of Fnatic. Olofmeister has definitely shown up in the ways that we would have liked to see, but Dennis as well has been bringing the pain here on this map, Cobblestone. And it's not just pain, James. It is humiliation. It's embarrassment. It is a complete and utter atrocity that is being committed by Fnatic right now because they are 15-0. FaZe are yet to put a round on the board.
Right, well, this is the biggest round of the map. Basically.
Pistol rounds are important, James, especially when you're staring at 15-0.
Indeed, and Fnatic are on the defense, but they've got the range advantage with these guns, something that AZ and co are going to have to try and reduce. Dennis coming in with nice headshots there. JW for support as well. Will they get a single frag in what could be the last round of the game, Dan? No! Very quick half indeed, 16-0. Thank you and goodbye.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal there.
Brutal, savage, Rex.
Oh God, the first 16-0, I am sure Fnatic are quite pleased with that. Don't really know exactly how FaZe would be feeling after such a result. Is that something you can even absorb?
Man, they got drilled, Dan.
They
got drilled pretty hard. But there's one more map to go between these two teams. So they have a small break to call a therapist, Dan, and then get straight back into things.
Will they be around? They haven't gotten around yet. That is definitely quite crazy. Well, it is going to be time for a quick little break. And everyone's going to cool down. Hopefully FaZe can cool down enough to find a way to take a round. Let's see if they can do it. We'll see you after the break.